Cassie, I'm trying to do an important video, stop. Cassie, say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. Hello. Hello. Hi guys, it's the Beast here. So today I thought I'd talk about something a little bit more serious, and that is depression. It affects thousands and thousands of young people, and I think it's still quite a stigmatised issue because people don't really understand the severity of it, and you know, people don't really understand who goes through it either, and because most people, they do put on a front during the day, you know, they seem happy, but you know, it makes it harder for people to understand that it goes on in people's lives, and most of you probably do know at least one person that suffers from it. So yeah, I thought I'd talk about it, and I thought I'd also bring up my experience of it. So when I was about 13, 14, I suffered from quite mild depression, and this was due to various, you know, circumstances in my life, and I was quite scared to worry people about it, so I didn't really tell anyone, and it was more kind of, you know, I mean, I think people could see it, but they just, you know, they didn't really want to ask. It was still quite a difficult thing back then, because obviously everyone's quite young, no one really understands it. So yeah, my mum, she got me counselling, and I'm not saying at all that counselling doesn't work, but in my experience, I just didn't have a great experience with it. So yeah, I went to counselling. I had 2 counsellors, and they were quite a lot older than me, and they were just a little bit, I felt a bit intimidated having 2 people there, so I didn't actually tell the full story, which I tell you now, it is the best thing to tell them exactly what it is that you're facing, even if you're struggling a little bit because you feel embarrassed or whatever you feel. You should always tell them the truth, because you never know how it can help you, because when you hide something, it just makes it so much more difficult for you to actually get over it. Yeah, I was talking to them about an issue that wasn't related to why I was feeling depressed or upset, so that, at the end of the day, that didn't help me at all. I came out of the sessions feeling even worse because I've hidden something, and it didn't feel very good. But the good thing that I got to come out of it was I ended the counselling sessions, and I realised that the only person that can help myself was me. And obviously, like I said, you know, this is just my experience, and anyone can deal with things their own way, and that is completely and utterly fine. Counselling may work for some people, it may not, but yeah. So it helped me coming out of the counselling sessions to understand that I'm not going to tell someone the truth, and I have to try and face up to it myself first before getting other people to understand it. So yeah, I came out of it, I was so determined to try and stop myself from feeling this certain way. So I started to cut things out of my life that, you know, was an addition to why I was feeling upset, and that really started to help me actually, and I started to get my friends back and talk to them about things, because just, you don't understand how it feels to cut someone, like so many people, off, and it really limits your way of getting through to people and understanding yourself, what you're feeling. I started talking to my parents more about things as well, and honestly the best people to talk about things are your parents. I mean, obviously that's not for everyone, but for me, you know, your parents can be so supportive, and they can really understand what you're going through, because you never know, they might have gone through it when they were younger as well. And so yeah, I do recommend people to talk to their parents, even a little bit. It can really break a boundary as well, because then they know that you can trust them, and I think that's a really lovely thing. It can also be a bonding, you know, a bonding session as well, which I think is amazing. So yeah, and that helped me, but I'm not saying that people will get over depression just like that. I mean, I have depression, or I had depression, but you always get them bad days, you know? Like, you'll always have a few days where you're like, oh, you know, I'm just feeling not great again, but it won't last, and you will start to come out of it. But, you know, it takes months, even years for some people, and depending on the issue, that is vital to try and understand yourself and try and get help. But there's so many different things that you can do. There's things like art therapy, drama therapy, singing, like literally there is so much out there that can help you that you wouldn't even think would. I turned to drawing actually and writing. I used to absolutely adore reading books, and that was, you know, it's almost an escape. And you know, I recommend that for the readers out there, because it can be something that can just be so fun and escape from reality, really. Depression, it is a big issue, and just because someone can put on a front, that doesn't mean that someone's not going through something. You know, most people will be going through something in their lives, and it is okay. It's completely okay to be going through them. And you know, what it taught me as well was to always try and be nice to everyone, because you don't know what anyone's going through, and it could be something a lot more than meets the eye. So, you know, be nice to people, understand from your point of view that, you know, it's not just you in the world that's going through bad things. So many people are. And another thing that I found helped for me is that if I'm ever feeling sad or, you know, just not feeling great, I always try and think that there's people worse off than me. And you know, that kind of hits home, because you know, you don't even think about the little things sometimes. You take advantage of what you have. So what I try and think about is, I know it sounds quite morbid, but like people who are homeless, people in different countries, you know, going through the whole war crisis and everything. And that really kind of brings me back to reality, and it makes me feel, you know, it makes me want to help people actually. And that in itself, it's a really good thing. It's a rewarding thing to try and help people, because then it makes you not only feel rewarded, but it helps you to get over something that's like you're going through too. So yeah, that is all I wanted to say. I hope that, you know, this kind of can help people think about different ways to help themselves. And you know, if anyone is going through anything, please don't be upset or angry. You can always contact us through our YouTube channel, through Instagram, Twitter, anything, any advice that you want, or just, you know, it's nice to talk to people, and it's nice to know someone that understands as well. So yeah, so please give this video a like, subscribe to us, and